Hey, Irene. In this task, we are looking for a list of keywords that generate a knowledge panel in Google. So we're going to use this in some upcoming projects, but this is kind of the first step in this process. So in this list here, I have a variety of keywords and variations of the brand. So in this particular client is Console and Associates. And these are the keywords that are coming up in the Google My Business that people are searching for that bring up a Google Maps listing. So what we're trying to do here is figure out which keywords combined with the brand actually pull up a knowledge panel. In this area right here and in the screenshot and the instructions is an example of a knowledge panel. So basically all I need you to do is go through this list, and as you can see there's a lot of terms that are coming up with the phrase, and there's terms for so the law firm has 4 locations in New Jersey and 1 location in Pennsylvania, so you can see just the discrepancy in the number of terms that we need to go through and check to see which ones actually generate a knowledge panel. There's a good chance, because the brand is associated, that most of them will, but it's going to be really simple. There's this Chrome extension here called GS Location Changer. When you're working off the New Jersey tab, we just want to set the place to New Jersey. When you're working off the Pennsylvania side, we just want to set to just type in Pennsylvania, select that, make sure it's enabled, and then on the Pennsylvania tab, just go to the top here. Basically, you gotta select the same terms. So actually, I think we'll search from Philadelphia instead of Pennsylvania, because what we want is the GMB for for Philadelphia to come up, which is what we have here. So I would mark that as a yes. So just going back to, we'll start with the New Jersey side. And since they have so many locations, I don't need you to check all the different locations in New Jersey. We'll just keep things centered there. And it's basically just going to be a real easy copy and paste, and then select yes or no on any of these terms. And there's a good chance, so we have different variations. You can see Console and Associates, Console and Associates PC, Console and Associates, Console Associates PC. So there's a really good chance, and you'll get through a couple of these, but if the first variation, Console and Associates, generates a knowledge panel, I don't really have a big issue with you just skipping the rest of them and just marking yes. But every once in a while, so just check the first few. So Console Law. Okay, so there's results here. That's not. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to add another column here. So this to me would qualify as a knowledge panel, but I want to kind of call out if it's an actual knowledge panel or a see results about. So I'm just going to make another column here. I'm just actually going to edit this. Validation. And just add this in here. I'm just going to copy this on both. So if it does come up as see results about, go ahead and record it as such. I'm just going to make sure that these are all okay. And just copy these over here as well. I wasn't expecting that variation, but that's kind of one of the reasons we're going through this. So kind of the purpose of this is to see what brands that are closely tied with the law office that we can use to further establish the entity. So that's a knowledge panel. So for the next, so you can see here the next set of keywords, and these are more or less in alphabetical order. So again, if the first Console and Associates generates a knowledge panel, there's a really good chance any of the other Console and Associates are also going to do the same thing. So keep an eye out for the Console Law and the Console Law offices to see if that. Okay, so Console Law, Accident and Injury Attorneys. There's no knowledge panel, but we do have MAPS listings. So I'm going to put no on this one. Let's go back to Console and Associates. Yes. So this is one of the reasons I guess I don't want you just to skip them. We do want to make sure that we are tracking which ones are generating knowledge panel and which ones are not. So the near me, we have all the different offices here, which is great, but there's no knowledge panel. So I'm going to put no. And there's going to be a good chance that the majority of the near me terms are not going to generate a knowledge panel. So you can kind of keep that in mind as you're going through, that there's a good chance you won't necessarily need to check every single one of the near me's. Oh, but here we go. Here's one that has near me. So kind of, I guess, recognize the pattern. So you can see here when we have the PC, that's when it wants to generate a knowledge panel for us. So no knowledge panel, but we have all the MAPS listings. Okay, so no knowledge panel for accident attorneys. But we do for the PC. And the PC will probably give us the knowledge panel. Yeah. Okay, so basically you just need to continue down through the list and mark off which ones generate the knowledge panel. So you can see here law offices does give us a knowledge panel. So it seems to be kind of random sometimes. I mean, so we basically, you're going to run into patterns, but we just need to make sure that we go through each one of these brand terms and establish which ones are establishing the knowledge panel and which ones are not. So again, once you get to the Pennsylvania tab, change your location to Pennsylvania. And then we do want to make sure that it is the Pennsylvania location, so we shouldn't have any issues with that. Once the location is set properly. So no knowledge panel for this one in Pennsylvania. And you can see this is probably one of the reasons why. So if there's this console other law firm here, I'm not sure how you pronounce Matishi. That's probably why we have a conflict with some of the keywords here. So as far as the entity is concerned in Philadelphia, it's not as well established. But with the PC, we might get the knowledge panel. Nope, no knowledge panel for PC. You can see we're having just drastically different results from in the Philadelphia location as opposed to New Jersey. Oh, there we have one there. So that's the task. Pretty straightforward, but again, it's going to be a little bit time consuming. But if you run into any issues or have any questions, please let me know. Okay, thanks so much for your help.